With just one single spool of cord ribbon, you can create a beautiful bag of this size and with this very special popcorn stitch. Welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Martina and this is Macrè Bag, and today we'll show you how to make this very cute bag made with just one spool of cord ribbon. The Jasmine bag is a medium-sized bag that's very simple to make, designed even for beginners. In our tutorial, we'll show you step by step how to make every single detail, from our round base, which is extremely sturdy, to the body of the bag made with these popcorn stitches and the other steps. The Jasmine model is an extremely sturdy bag, so it doesn't need to be lined. The bottom of the bag is very rigid, but the body also turns out this way. As always, we used the materials available on our online shop, macrebag.it. You can find the direct link for this item just below in the description section. In this particular case, we used a spool of cord ribbon that weighs 500 grams. This ribbon is extremely elastic. It's worked with a number 10 crochet hook. And as I said, with just one of these, you can make medium-sized bags. It looks difficult to work with, but in reality, it's very easy to handle. We then added some accessories like these openable rings, 1 and 2, and a meter of chain, in this case, gold-colored. You'll find the complete kit with everything you need, and you can buy it at a great price. On our shop, you'll also find various accessories, including crochet hooks. To work this yarn, we used a number 10 crochet hook, but I suggest you do some tests to see which hook size is right for you too. Below in the description, I'll list everything you need, the various measurements of the bag, and some of the fundamental steps to follow to make it. Also, in the video tutorial, we explain step by step how to go about making it, all the steps. As always, my mom shows you the crafting steps while I explain them to you and point them out. But before starting the actual tutorial, I ask you to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell if you don't want to miss any notifications. Then above all, you can also find us on our social media, Instagram and TikTok under the name macrè.bag. Start following us because you'll find lots of super useful content for the world of crochet.
Let's start by working with our cord tape. You can see how nice and elastic it is, and we'll be using a size 10 crochet hook. Now, let's begin working our magic ring. So I wrap it around 2 fingers like this to form a cross. Now I insert the crochet hook into this loop here, yarn over with the other loop and pull it through. I adjust my hands to make the work more comfortable and make a chain to close it. Then I continue by making a total of 12 more single crochets. I'll show you a couple of them, see? I yarn over now and close the 2 loops. Again, I go into the chain, yarn over, pull it through like this, yarn over again, and close the 2 loops. I continue like this to finish the first round. The result will look like this, and I simply need to take the shorter remaining yarn and pull it to close the central hole. Then we need to close the first round. I remove the hook from the loop and insert it into the 2 starting loops, like this. Then with the help of my hands, I take the remaining loop and insert it, secure it around the hook and pull it through the hole. Now continue by making the second round of work with single crochet stitches, but this time inserting the hook into these V shapes. So now I slightly lengthen the loop, turn the hook and insert it inside. Like this, you see the hook has gone through. Now I yarn over again and pull it through. I have these 2 loops, I need to yarn over again and close them. In this way, I have made the first single crochet. You see that I didn't go into the stitch from the previous round, but into the V, so I'm not picking up the 2 worked loops, but the V that was created in this way. I yarn over again and finish the stitch. Entering at this point is a bit harder than going into the simple single crochet from the previous round, but it will make the bottom of the bag much more durable. In this round as well, I make a total of 12 stitches. This is the result of the work after the second round. And now I simply take the shorter thread at the back and pull it to further close the hole of our magic ring. And now, once again, we close the circle. So I remove the hook from the loop, insert it into the 2 initial loops formed by the chains, reinsert the loop and pull it through like this. Now let's continue working on the third round. And now we need to go back into the stitch we just worked, still into the V. So as you can see, I insert the hook, yarn over again, pull through, yarn over once more and close, thus making another single crochet. Again, I go into the same stitch I just worked and make an increase. Once more, I pull through, yarn over again and make the second single crochet. Now I move on to work the next stitch, and again insert the hook into the center of the stitch, making 2 single crochets in the same stitch here as well. For the entire round, I will need to make 2 single crochets in each stitch of the previous round. I will always insert the hook into the center of the work and not into the exact stitch. This is to make the base super stiff and durable. So I make a total of 24 stitches, and this is the final result. This is the 3rd round completed. And now we will simply continue with another round of stitches, but in this case, they will be single stitches. I will always need to insert the hook into the center of the stitch. That's what you see formed by this W, by these 2 loops. See, this is the center. I insert the hook here. I don't just pick up the little loops. Yarn over and make the very first single crochet. In this case, I worked into the stitch where I started. Now insert the hook into the next stitch and again make the 2nd single crochet. It's not very easy for a beginner to see the difference between the W and the simple previous stitch. We'll show you more clearly. See, let's widen it here. We need to pick up this stitch, so take more loops. It's a bit tough to get into. I assure you that the work will turn out perfect. And now we start working the 5th round, and we need to alternate an increased stitch with a single crochet. We've already made the join. I insert the hook into the stitch where the little loop is. See, I yarn over and pull it through. I yarn over again and make the first single crochet. Now I go back into the stitch I just worked and make a 2nd single crochet. So the first stitch of the round will be an increase. Again, I go into the next stitch, and in this case, I'll make just 1 single crochet. Whereas in the following stitch, I need to make 2 single crochets in the same stitch again. So a single crochet with an increase. See? Like this. And we need to alternate like this all the way around, ending up with a total of 36 single crochets. Now, let's start round number 6 by going into both loops. And now I simply make the next round working only single crochets, as always inserting the hook into the center of the stitch, for a total of 36 single crochets in round number 6. This is the final result, and we have completed the entire base of our bag. And now I simply continue by making a round of single crochets in the back loop only. This will help me form the corner of the bag that separates the base from the body. Let's pick up the crochet hook where we left off, insert it into the V, taking 1 loop and also the stitch that's behind. Do you see these stitches here? Now I yarn over, pull it through, yarn over again and close, and I close this first single crochet in the back loop only. Again, I insert into the V, taking only the outer loop, and also pick up the stitch that's behind here, the loop. Now I yarn over again, close it up, and once more close it to make the 2nd stitch. We continue like this, carefully picking up both loops all the way around, working the entire circumference and achieving this first result here. You see, a separation has formed between the bottom of the bag and the first round of the body. Now I simply close using the same technique, so I insert into the 2 loops on the other side, grab the yarn with my hands and pull it through. Finally, we start making the body of the bag. So I insert the hook into the stitch again, this one here, and make a first single crochet. I continue by raising the work, making 2 more chains, 1 and 2. Again, we do this. We go ahead and make 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So I yarn over and insert into the stitch again. Once more, I yarn over and pull the hook through. Now we take the yarn again, yarn over around the hook and close the first 2 loops. Again, with these 2 loops, I yarn over and close them both together. Let's make the other double crochet. So I yarn over around the hook, insert it again into the worked stitch, yarn over and pull it through again. Now I yarn over again, close the 2 loops, yarn over again and close the 3rd and 4th loops. This way we've created the base of our popcorn stitch, the very first one. Now follow along, we slightly lengthen the loop on the hook and remove it. Now I insert the hook from the front, picking up the chain that was worked at the beginning. I insert it, you see, into both loops. And now we take again the loop we left free, wrap it around the hook and pull it through the little hole. Yarn over again and make a chain stitch. This is the very first popcorn stitch made with this method. Now I skip the next stitch and go into the one after that. Now we need to make 3 double crochets into it, so it's very simple. Yarn over and insert the hook into it. You see, now yarn over again and close all the loops. Again, yarn over, insert the hook back into the stitch and make the second double crochet. So yarn over again, you see, and close. Once more, yarn over, insert the hook back into it, and here we are making the third double crochet. And now again, you see, I remove the hook from the loop, stretch it slightly, go back into the first stitch made. You see, I insert it into this stitch, taking both loops, yarn over again and pull it through. Now again, I make a chain and there you have it. The second popcorn stitch is ready too. We need to continue this process all the way around. That is, I make a popcorn stitch by working 3 double crochets, closing them together and making a chain. Then I skip 1 stitch without working it and again make another popcorn stitch. As you have seen, the process is very simple. Now we'll continue and show you how to close the first round and move on to the second. Here, the very first round is complete. This is the result with these popcorn stitches. We've reached the end and there is a free stitch between the end and the beginning of the round, just as it should be. However, in this case, since there is too much space, we're going to make 3 popcorn stitches inside it as well. So first, I carefully insert the hook and make a complete double crochet, that is 1. Then I proceed to make the second double crochet in the same way. And once again, I work the third one. And then we continue the process by leaving the loop open, slowly inserting the hook into the front chain. And finally, I close it up just like this. A chain stitch as always. And now we simply close the round. So I pull up the loop and remove the crochet hook. I insert into this stitch, picking up both loops. Again, I use my hands to help, and I pull the free loop through the crochet hook and drag it through like this. And now pay close attention, because to start the second round, I need to insert into this space formed between 1 popcorn stitch and the next and make a single crochet. So now I need to work into the next stitch, basically into this little arch that has formed between 1 popcorn stitch and the next from the previous round. So I insert the hook into it, yarn over again, pull it through, yarn over once more, and close the loops. In this case, I've made a first single crochet, and now I make 2 more chains to raise the work, and this will basically correspond to the first double crochet of the very first popcorn stitch of the round. And now again, I go back into the same stitch 2 more times, making 2 double crochets, so 1 and then another one. We proceed with the same method, so I pull up the loop and remove the hook, insert it into the first chain here, yarn over the loop, and pull it through like this. Again, I make a chain and continue the work. In this case, in short, I skip the popcorn stitch and go into the next arch. In this case, it's very easy because it's very, very visible. And here I will make 3 double crochets, so the first, the second, and the third. Now let's make the second and also the third stitch. We continue by making a total of 4 rows of these popcorn stitches, and the result will be this. We've reached the end of the row. We've closed it as always by removing the hook and passing it through from the other side. And now we finish our bag by making the last rounds of single crochets to keep the popcorn stitch body from being too wide. So now, with our hook, we should go back into the worked stitch. So I insert the hook into the stitch, yarn over again, and pull it through. Now I yarn over again and close the 2 loops together. And now we should continue by inserting the hook into the next stitch, the one formed by the popcorn stitch. I insert the hook and grab both loops, yarn over and pull it through. Again, and I close the 2 loops. And like that, I've made another single crochet. Again, I insert the hook into the next stitch I find here, making another single crochet inside it. So I need to insert the hook into the loop formed by the popcorn stitch and the wider one next to it. I continue like this for the whole round, creating a very first round of only single crochets. Once the round is finished, this will be the result. Now, I am simply going to go ahead and close this current round. To do this, once again, I will carefully remove the crochet hook from the working loop. Next, I insert the hook directly into the very first chain that we made at the beginning of this round, just like this. I pass the hook all the way through that stitch, then I take the other loop, wrap it securely around our hook, and once again, I slowly pull it through to finish. And now we simply start again with round number 2, going back into the stitch and making a very simple single crochet. In this case, it will be much easier because I will basically have to go into all the single crochets made in the previous round. And here the body of the bag is ready. We have made a total of 3 rounds of only single crochets, and this is the result. And now we simply go ahead and close off the work for good. I pull the yarn out and cut it with scissors. Now let's proceed by making an invisible seam. So in this case, I take a smaller crochet hook, insert it not into the first but into the second stitch, here from the front, grab the yarn and pull it all the way through. Make sure to pull the yarn tight. Now, once again, we go back into the starting loop from the back, grabbing both loops like this, and I pull the yarn through. And you can clearly see how, using this technique, the invisible closure is completely unnoticeable. Now let's turn the work over. And simply, still using a smaller crochet hook, I make these small internal knots to secure the yarn. Once I've made about 10 of them, I cut off the excess yarn and burn the end. Finally, we finish by adding the accessories. We take our 2 openable rings, which you can find available in our online shop, and place one on one side and the other on the opposite side. And
here, as you can see, the Jasmine bag is ready, it's finished. We've finished, you see, making these rounds of single crochet stitches, and this way the body of the bag won't open up too much. We then decided to add these accessories, which are 2 openable rings. On this side, you see we've also slightly bent them, and 1 meter of chain, so you can carry it on your shoulder like this, or longer this way. Make sure to follow the whole video carefully, and you can find these supplies, many other accessories and yarns on our online shop at macrabag.it. I'll say goodbye for now, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.